A big twist in the Delhi car horror case, the case of 20-year-old Anjali, who was first hit by a Baleno car and then dragged for over 12 or 13 kilometers. Now it seems a PCR van was actually on the road where the accused passed. And let's actually have that footage full frame if we can. A PCR van visible in CCTV footage. In which the Baleno car that hit and then dragged Anjali along. Well, you can actually see her body, in fact, lying on the road as well over there. Now it's going to be absolutely shocking. A lot of questions have already been raised about how, even though this car passed through 4 police station areas, not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 police station areas, there would have been evidently PCR vans on the road attached to those police stations. And how was it that a person and then a body got dragged along for so long and nobody was any the wiser? Well, now there is evidence, CCTV video, that shows a PCR van was on the route of that car and still there was no reaction or a response. So let me go across to my colleague Vedant. Vedant, shocking footage there. It'll raise more questions for the Delhi police to answer now. There have already been so many questions about how a car could have moved for 12 or 13 kilometers, as it were, without anybody being the wiser except for an eyewitness who then called the police. And now you see this PCR van also.
Well, absolutely, Ankita. It's even more significant because, remember, the eyewitness said that he made as many as 5 to 6 PCR calls. 5 to 6 calls were made to the police control room as per the eyewitness, and still there was a veritable delay for the police to actually reach the spot. Remember, today, in fact, we broke this story that around 2:18 is when the first PCR call was made. Remember, it's been said that it was said by the police, in fact, that it was at around 3:30 that the first PCR call was in fact made, and at around 4:15 the police were able to recover the scooty. But today we were able to ascertain that it was not at 3:30 but at 2:15 that the first call to the police control room was made. Then why was it that the police took so much time to actually reach the spot, find the damaged scooty, recover the victim's body and take her to the hospital? Because remember, she was declared broad dead on arrival at the hospital there in Kanjhawala. So, of course, this CCTV footage even, raising larger questions again, because remember, in that route, in that 13-kilometer route, there should have been ideally as many as 5 to 7 PCR vans. And if they were there on that night, why was there this delay? Because remember, on that day, Delhi police had promised that on New Year's Eve, there would be 18,000 police personnel on the ground and more than 250 PCR vans on the ground. So, of course, this raises larger questions. In fact, the Aam Aadmi Party has also said that there was this delay on the part of Delhi police. There was also delay in taking the victim's body to the hospital, because remember, she was declared broad dead right on arrival. Yes. So, as many, former IPS officers have also pointed out that this incident, in fact, also, raises larger questions about a policing system, whether we need to ramp up our PCR system and also fix accountability.
Yes, indeed. And the fact that the police PCR van is now spotted on the same road, of course, at this point, Vedant, it's interesting that there is no time stamp on this video. So, of course, it will be crucial to date this and time this and then, of course, raise all of those questions. And but the very fact that this police PCR van was clearly present, at least along the route that was used by this car, has raised sufficient questions in itself. Thanks so much for joining us.